So official. um, we're going to, hello, welcome to Yoga with Lauren. We're going to start on our backs today um, with your feet on the mat. So just get your whole spine onto the mat. You can keep your feet a little wide. Oh, yeah. And you can just let your arms extend to the side, getting a nice stretch in front of the chest, down into the pecs, into the shoulder. And I just want you to find your entire spine on the mat. So maybe you do a little pelvic tilt and just press your feet and close your eyes and just check your shoulders. And I'll play music a little bit later, but we're just going to find some ease and maybe you rock the hips side to side, feeling all corners of your sacrum into the floor. And eyes can close if you want to just follow my voice. But today's practice is guided towards lower back relief and some neck opening, which is perfect for any day of the week. And I just want you to slow down your breath. Connecting to the floor, noticing the temperature of the floor, and tuning into what it feels like to be supported. And taking deep breaths, filling up the lungs and exhaling, letting it soften and surrender. And just being intentional about how we move on our mat today. It may be at a slower pace, but I want you to be mindful of how you feel as we move. So feel free to rock the head side to side, just loosening up the neck. All of a sudden, I feel like I got congested laying down, so don't mind my sniffles, but just rocking the head side to side. And then maybe even tilting your belly button towards your spine and notice how that feels, and then releasing. So we all naturally have this gap between our back and the floor. Try to elongate the spine into the mat, press your feet into the mat. And we'll take a few more breaths here. And I'll start today's practice reading one of Melody Beattie's daily meditations. And it's called Embrace Life's Mystery. Embrace the mystery of life. You do not need to know everything in your head. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need an instruction sheet or a set of rules. You don't need all the answers. Let yourself experience life. Hang on to the handlebars when you must, but as much as possible, put your hands in the air and enjoy the ride. Feel everything you need to feel along the way. Feel the fear, the joy, and the exhilaration. Feel the wind in your hair and the sun on your shoulders. Feel the vitality of life surge through you. See vitality in life in all that's around you. Watch the magical journey of your life unfold with all its ups and downs. Feel the awareness surge up from deep within. Grasp the insights that come. Grab the brass ring whenever you can. Embrace the mystery of life. Embrace the mystery and magic of you. Just give you a few more moments to allow that to enjoy or fill up your practice with the up and the down, the mystery, and the full embodiment of what it means to be alive. And reminding yourselves that yoga is not about the doing, but more about the being. How do you be when you move on this mat and off the mat? And breathing in again, and I'll be playing music pretty soon, just so you're not startled. And letting yourself just open up even more. All right. Bring your arms along the sides of your body and make sure your feet are hip distance apart and that your heels are behind your sit bones. And we're just going to do a few floating bridges. So make sure you keep space between your your chin and your chest, and elongate your neck on the mat so that you have that nice space. And we're going to simply press our feet into the mat, lift your hips up as high as you can as the arms come up with you and touch the floor behind you, and squeezing those inner thighs, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Okay, so it's going to look different on all of us, but I invite you to do this on your own. Just do that 3 more times at your own pace. So you inhale on the lifting of the hips, reach, and you exhale, lower down. Noticing the engagement of your quads and your hammies. Inhale on your own. Exhale on the down. We're activating our glutes, waking up the legs, waking up the body. Do that 1 more time. Moving slow, and exhale down. Whew, nice, release. Maybe shake out the legs side to side, windshield wiper, how we've done before. Noticing what you feel on the top of the quad into the hip flexor, even up into the psoas that goes deep into your belly. All right, heel toe your feet in together. You can let your hands hang out wherever they want to hang out. You're going to lift your right leg up to the sky. Flex through the foot. Yep. Flex as if there's something weighted on the bottom of our feet. And align the ankle with the knee over the hip, and root it into the floor. And then roll that ankle a few times, noticing what you feel on the side of the calf. And then reverse that ankle roll the other way. And this is really good for lymphatic drainage too. And then I want you to flex and point through the foot, noticing how that feels in your ankle, in your metatarsals, in the Achilles, in the calf. Maybe it feels tight. And then let's roll that ankle again. Wake it up and then reverse. Cool, and then shake it out a little bit. And then you're going to take that right ankle bone to the left quad, and you're making a figure 4 shape here, right? So right knee is pressing away. And then you're going to reach through the keyhole, and you're going to pull that left thigh towards you. I'm going to take a nice reclined pigeon on our back. So I'm pulling this left thigh towards me. Simultaneously, the right knee presses opposite direction. And if you need some assistance, you can use that right elbow to push into the right knee. Breathing here, noticing what you feel in the glutes. And maybe notice how your breath changes when we're in a challenging pose. So can you keep that nice ease of breath while you move today? Softening in your neck, softening in your face. Nice gentle stretch in that right glute. Not judging the body in a negative way, but just noticing. Lovely. Exhale, bring that left foot back down to the earth. Woo. And then uncross the leg. Lift it back up to the sky and then place your foot back down. And then do any little wiggles you need to do. And then we're going to repeat that with the left leg. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, flex through the foot, align everything on top of that hip, draw the navel into the spine, and then roll that ankle nice and intentionally, maybe watching it. And then reverse that ankle the other way. Maybe noticing the range of motion is different than the other foot. And then gently flex and point through the foot, all the way through the toes, and then flex again. Feeling that in the back of the leg and in front of the ankle. And then roll the ankle one more time. Whew. And then reverse. Noticing how that feels. For me, sometimes this feels tiring, which tells me a lot that I need to strengthen my ankles. All right, take that left ankle bone, place it on top of the right quad, figure 4, let the left knee fall away, and then reach through the keyhole, maybe lifting your head, and then pull that right thigh towards your belly as the left knee presses away for a nice stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing the sensations. Noticing what other part of your body starts to tense up. A few more breaths here. Ooh, and then slowly lower that right foot back down to the earth. Hey, lift that left leg up, shake it out. And then this time, hug both knees into your chest, reaching for whatever's available, your wrist or your elbows, and then rock side to side, massaging that lower back. Letting the head go with it. Nice. And then meet me on your spine. Bring your heels towards the sky, both of them, knees bent. We're going to go into our happy baby. So you're going to reach for whatever's available. If it's just the quads, all good. Pull the quads towards you. Maybe it's the calves. If you can, reach for the edges of your feet, elbows on the inside of your knees, and rock your happy baby side to side. So here you can widen your happy baby. Yogi's choice. Breathing in and breathing out, giving your back a lot of love today. And release your feet. Bring the knees together. Extend the arms out behind your head and then swipe them so that the hands meet underneath your thighs. And we're going to roly-poly back and forth, rounding in the spine and rolling a few times. Woo. Like a little kid. Yep. And then all the way up to your seated position. All right. How's that feel? Thumbs up if that felt good. Sweet. So sitting up nice and tall. If you need some extra love for these hips, feel free to sit on a block or a bolster. All right. Sitting up nice and tall. Aligning the ears over the shoulders, over the ribs, over the hips. taking a deep breath in and out. And take your left hand to the earth, reaching fingertips towards the mat. Take your right hand on top of your head and gently pull away for a nice neck stretch. If you want to deepen this, you can walk those fingertips out even more. And slowly release. And then switch right fingertips to the earth, left hand on top of the head, gently pull away. So shoulders are dropped, we're opening up in that side neck. Breathing in, breathing out. And slowly release, come back to neutral, allowing the hands to fall. Just notice how that feels. I already feel a lot taller just from those few seconds there. And then from here, draw the chin to the chest, keeping that nice tall spine. And then slowly rock one ear to one shoulder. And then come back chin to chest. And the other ear to the other shoulder. Woo! Yeah. One more time. And then find your nice tall spine. Cool. Shake it out. You're going to bring the fingers kind of right here where the thumbs are on the neck. And the four fingers here kind of cup it at the base of the skull. And we're going to take a seated cow-cat. So from here, I'm going to draw the elbows in. I'm going to draw the navel in and round in my spine. I'll show you sideways. And look towards your belly button. And then inhale, lift your chest up towards the sky as if we were in your cow. Inhaling up. And then exhale, cat, round it. Then do that one more time. And then slowly lift up and release. Shake it out. Cool. Uncross your legs so the other, yep, that one, I think. Uncross so that we're even. Rock the sit bones side to side. And let's take a quick seated stretch before we hit the mat. So reach up, take your twist, drop the shoulders, look over the back. And inhale as you lengthen and exhale as you twist a little bit further. Opening up that side body. Don't ever underestimate a side twist, a seated twist. And then inhale, reach back up through center. Tall, 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 exhale, twist. All the way. Sweet. And then back to center. Oh, feel open? I feel open. Okay, cool. Now let's rock to our first table. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You know the deal. Meet me on your nice tabletop. Spread the fingers nice and wide, middle finger straight on. And on your own, take a few cow-cats, dropping the belly. Arching the spine, looking up to the sky as much as you can. And then exhale, scooping the navel in. Protracting and rounding, looking past the thighs. And two more. Oh yeah. And exhale. One more. Maybe wiggle your way through. And exhale. Beautiful. Find your neutral spine. Okay. And you're going to take your, whichever leg you want to take back. This is my left leg. Okay. So my hips face the earth. And from here, you're just going to rock forward and back for your nice calf stretch. So the toes stay where they're at. You let that heel pull back and then rock forward. And just notice how that feels. Toot, toot, toot. All righty. And then we're going to take modified side plank. So this bottom leg is going to swing out off the mat like a kickstand. Just like that. And then this leg is going to press into the mat like a, Warrior 2. And this arm's going to reach out. So check your alignment. Make sure that hand that's on the mat is underneath your shoulder. And make sure your knee that's on the mat is underneath your hip. And then from here, I want you to strum our big harp, just letting those arms make some rotation. I know you can't see me right now. That's okay. You got it. Trust yourself. Nice and intentional. As close to your body and your face as possible. So we're opening up the shoulders here. Okay, and then reverse that arm, coming back the way that you came. And maybe let your focus change. And we're elongating through the side body. Cool. And then from here, place that hand on your hip. You're going to rock your weight a little more forward on that hand that's on the mat. And you're going to lift that leg off the ground if that feels comfortable. Oh, yes. So check those knees. If that doesn't feel good, you don't have to lift this. And then let's pump that ankle bone up to the sky 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Yeah, careful. All right, so here, I can stay here, or if I'd like, I can take a version of a bow where the foot comes to the hand reaches for the foot, and I can pull it back and get a nice quad stretch. So if I'm here, toes reaching to the back wall, and I feel that in my quad. Breathing. Ooh. Finding ease with the effort. And then exhale, release. Come back to your table. Y'all good? Woo. My knees like hello. Shake it out, roll the wrist, wiggle the hips. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So whatever leg you did not do, press it back. And let's get a nice calf stretch, pulling the heel back and forward, creating lengthening in the body. Right? That's the whole jam, is like we're getting longer with every movement. 2 more, pull the calf or pull the heel. Sweet. Now swing that leg that's on the mat, your kickstand, and then meet me here. Make sure that hand's underneath that shoulder. Press into the knife edge of the foot. And let's strum our harp a few times. Maybe the focus goes with it. Checking the alignment. Getting a nice stretch in this top shoulder. And where's your breath? And then reverse that arm, getting as close to your face and your body as possible. Doing great, y'all. And then take that hand on top of that hip and lift up that top leg. Find that balance. Let's pump that ankle bone towards the sky 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yogi's choice to take the foot into the hand into the foot. Find it and pull it towards the back wall as you get a nice bow stretch of this quad. Breathing in, finding your balance for 3, 2, 1. Whoo, release. Hiya. Back to the mat. Cool. Take your knees together, toes together. Sit back. Child's pose. Let the forehead rest and give your arms a little break. Let your shoulders relax. Give your wrists some love. Notice how your body feels. You just put in a little bit of work, but you did great. And slowly drag those fingers along the mat and press yourself up to your hero pose. Thumbs up if you're doing well. Yes, okay, cool. Do whatever your body needs. I knew my neck needed to crack there. All right, meet me in your plank, however you want to get there. Hands underneath those shoulders. Nice long spine, heels pressed into the imaginary wall, rounding in the upper back, and feel free to rock forward and back. Waking up the abdominals, breathing in, breathing out, and then without adjusting too much, can you lift your hips up high and meet me in the first downward facing dog of the day? Pedal the feet, shake out the head, drop the shoulders down the back, hips high to the sky. Stretch the back of the calves and the hammies. Yep. And then find a moment of stillness while there's still energy. And then we're going to roll our way into our plank again. Lift through the heels, roll through the belly, back to your plank. Nice and strong. Breathing in, breathing out. And then reach forward as if you're going to chaturanga, and then lower your body down to the earth. Yes, on our belly. Yay. Oops. Onto your belly. I want you to bring your hands underneath your forehead for crocodile pose. And then just wiggle the hips side to side. Loosening up. Breathing in and breathing out. Giving your neck a little break. Feeling your belly on the mat. All right, and then slowly lift your head up. I hope you have space, but we're going to take our lovely shoulder stretch that we haven't done in a while. So it looks like this, if you need to see me. I'm going to extend one arm out directly in line with my shoulder. So this is my left arm. I'm going to take my left ear to the floor. And I'm going to roll to the left side of my body. Allow my hips to stack. And this right hand or other hand can be a kickstand in front of my body. Or yogi's choice, I can take the top foot and bring it behind the lower leg, as well as take that top arm and bind. So the further I twist my body, the deeper the stretch into this shoulder. So meet me there. Let's just hang out for a few breaths. We're opening up our chest. You know, we're always kind of in this contracted position by nature just because of the work that we do. Cooking, playing video games, on the computer, filming, everything contracts. So here we get to undo. And it can be intense, so be gentle here. Breathing in and breathing out. Allowing the body to relax. And then exhale slowly, gently. Release yourself and come back belly to the floor. Oh, hello. All right, sweet friends, we're going to do the other side. So now I'm going to extend the other arm out directly in line with my shoulder. Whatever arm is out, the same ear is going to the floor, and then rolling to that side of the body. And same thing, you can bring that other hand as a kickstand. You can take that top leg, bring the foot behind you to twist even more. And like most yoga poses, can you find the ease within, excuse me, the effort? I'll just hang out here for a few moments. Never still, right? Just pushing a little bit more. One more cycle of breath. All right, and slowly inch your way back. Ooh, unravel, inch your way back to your belly. Oh, yeah. And then bring yourself to crocodile position again. Palm, hands underneath your forehead. This time, lift your feet up to the sky and windshield wiper, loosening up the lower back. Letting it go. Giving your lower back so much love. And then slowly release your legs back to the mat. Sweet. Lift your head up and meet me in your Sphinx pose. So Sphinx, I lift my chest up and I bring my elbows, underneath my shoulders. And instead of collapsing over, I press away from the mat and shine the collarbone forward. And you know you're in good distance where if you cross your arms, your hands meet the inside of your elbows, but you're lifting up, shining forward. And then exhale, move the elbows out and release. Whew. Now pull the hands underneath your shoulders, making chaturanga arms with a 90-degree shape. Tuck your toes into the mat and exhale, press back up into plank. Nice and strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your dog, bend the knees, bend the hips, swivel it all out, let it go in the lower back. Loosening up the neck. And then from here, roll back to your plank. Woo. Rock forward, lower your belly down. Woo. Nice. All right, from here, we're gonna take the bow variation now on our belly. So you can come up to your forearms if you need to. And yogi's choice here. Okay, so you could take one foot to one hand and you could simply lift up from the floor like this, one at a time. Or if it's in your practice or you'd like to try, you can take both feet into your hands, drop, see how my shoulders aren't towards my ears, pull the shoulders away from the ears, keep the thighs parallel. You're gonna lift up from the chest as you lift the toes towards the sky for a nice bow pose. I'm getting a stretch in my quads, toes lifting towards the sky. No judgment on the flexibility, just simply moving here, lifting, breathing, pressing into the navel. And one more breath here. And then exhale, slowly release. Come back, turn one ear towards the mat. And we'll just take a few breaths here before we roll onto our back. Noticing how that feels now. Okay, and then drag those fingers back underneath yourself. This time, pushing yourself back into extended child's pose. So knees wide, toes together, and meet me there. Notice how that feels now. Sink those hips towards your heels. Allow the fingertips to reach forward. And let's take some nice juicy breaths. Maybe wiggle the forehead side to side. And slowly lift your head off the mat. Walk your hands back in. And in your own creative way, just get your feet out in front of you. Take your feet as wide as the mat. And let's just hang over, releasing our spine and our head. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go of any expectations. And then slowly slither your spine up. Ooh, nice and tall, cool. Heel toe the feet together. And then in the way that you want to, meet me back on your spine. Nice. So here, pull the knees in and rock side to side. And then bring your feet back to the mat. Extend your arms out like a T. And you're going to shimmy the hips to the right side of the mat as your legs fall to the left. And we're taking reclined twist, looking opposite direction of the knees. You can use that hand to pull on the top leg as you breathe here. Finding your deep breath again. How can you settle and surrender a little bit more? And then slowly unravel, come back to neutral. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. Take those hips to the other side of the mat. Let your legs fall to the opposite and look over. And then when you're ready, unravel. Take any other moves that you need to do. If not, meet me in our final pose today, Shavasana. Taking up space, making a big X. Maybe put a pillow under your knees. Yogi's choice. Softening in the jaw and the face. And then when you're ready, start to wiggle, maybe stretch. And then in your own way, meet me in a fetal position on your favorite side. And before we get sleepy, gently press yourself up to a seated position. Yay! And let's finish seated. You can rest your palms in your knees or palms up. And closing the eyes, and we'll just seal this practice with a few breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing how your body feels. Noticing your nervous system. Noticing your breath. Noticing your space. Coming back to what we read in the beginning about life being mystery and magic, and letting go of needing to figure everything out. And a beautiful reminder that our body is with us in all of it. And so in those moments where we don't feel steadfast or grounded, that we can tune in to our body and the messages that it gives us. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. And one more to seal the practice. Inhale. Exhale. Thanks for moving with me today. I'll see you next week.